football trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illabuck. The Old Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Illinois head coach told me before the game he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes offense as they take control of the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up.
Turning it on! Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Saying. They're working that left side. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Zayin on the play action. Moving away from pressure. Got his man on the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Zayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Saying to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the big fella. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
On the run, it's West. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Trying to run, it's Rodgers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield.
As so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays, well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. The 1st and goal situation, opening drive masterpiece.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, say it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to get.
Oh, a lot of space. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Fighting Illini. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Puts it out of the air. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Using his legs, it's Jackson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Play fake, Sayin. Here's a heat. Finds his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it on the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to the well. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
It's a great punt. Obviously, it gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Power football with the run. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. You got to establish the line of scrimmage.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Hauser. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Illinois lining up quickly. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
You're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Illinois needs a big play here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Julian with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
It's complete on the right side. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Across the 35. Maybe some room here. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and there is business. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Illinois uses its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Valentine. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. It's Hauser. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Valentine. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Hauls it in. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like they're out of trouble.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and
the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Spins away from the defender. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll ride the hot hand. Crosses the 45. Could be an alley. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 16 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Hawkeyes in the throes of what is right now a major upset. It's early, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but this team believes and they could just pull this off.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The Illinois head coach told me at the half they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Scanning the field, it's Hauser. Fires to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Right back to the well. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Say it. Hauls it in. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Sayed. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's complete to the left. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Grab behind the line. It's Perry. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Sayed to throw. Quick strike complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Sayed. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Zings it complete to the right. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Again, it's Sayin. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Put 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Navigates that massive bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back to pass, it's Hauser. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Dixon. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes a catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
No, he got loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finding a line, I move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it on 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Illini! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a great idea, man. Keep finding the big fella. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's been really the bright spot for this offense, Jesse. I would continue to find ways. If I'm going to get back in it, I think it's got to go through him.
I think you're right, David. And as a defense, you've got to know now, this is the guy they're looking for. He's hurt us often. We play man, we play zone, linebackers or safeties. Who's ever covering him, we've got to find a way now to get him bracketed so they stop throwing his way.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Sayin. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Open on the right side. That's Smith. Hits the crease. Past the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into it. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. This game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Illinois sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Illinois right back to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play.
Snags it, and there's running room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Illinois putting together a really nice drive.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. He's going for it all. He caught it, and he will score. Touch. Illinois.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He wants to take the top off. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Picks up the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing, say it. He's got him. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the...
Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal.